Hello everyone, welcome to this channel Gain Java Knowledge. Today we are going to discuss Java 10 new features. And Java 10 new features was introduced in March 2018, and after 6 months the new version JDK 11 will be introduced in September. First we will discuss what are the main important features of Java 10 release. After that we will discuss each feature one by one. Java 10 is the first every 6 months from Oracle Corporation, so it is not a major release like earlier version. Like Java 8 was a major change in Java. But JDK 10 is not major change, it was small changes. However, some of the important features of Java 10 are: first is local variable type reference, and we can use here var variable to declare variable type. Data type restrictions are reduced. And second is enhance java.util.locale and related APIs to implement additional Unicode extension of BCP 47 language tags that we will discuss further. And third one is enable the hotspot VM to allocate the Java object heap on an alternative memory device, such as an NVDIMM specified by the user. And the next main features of Java 10 is it provides a default set of root certification authority certificates in the JDK. And the Java 10 is mostly a maintenance release. It is not a major change. However, I really like the local variable type reference feature. Now we will discuss each feature one by one. Java 10 new features. First is local variable type reference. It is a list of 10 features and we will discuss one by one all. And second is time based release versioning. After every 6 months JDK will release new version. And garbage collector interface. And fourth is parallel full GC, means garbage collector for G1. Heap allocation on alternative memory devices. And next is consolidate the JDK forest into a single repository. And seventh is root certificates. Eighth is experimental Java based JIT compiler. And 9 is thread local handshakes. And 10th is remove the native header generalization tool. Now we will discuss its first one, that is local variable type reference. In Java 10 we can declare variable like this, where list is equal to new array list of. Here we can declare like this, where list is a variable reference variable name is equal to new array list of string. Here inference array list string, and where stream we can declare like something. This is new in Java 10. And perhaps the most interesting feature, at least from a coding perspective, is that the language attempts to improve the developer's experience by removing some of the strict type declaration, allowing developer to let the compiler infer the type by only using the var. This will allow declarations such as like this we can declare. And the next one is second is time based release versioning. And the JDK 10 was introduced in March 2018 release, and in September 2018 release will be named JDK 11. And this feature talks about revisioning the version string scheme of the Java SE platform and the JDK, as well as the related versioning information for present and future time based release model for some needed clarifications with a 6-month release model. So the March 2018 release will be named JDK 10, and September 2018 release will be named JDK 11, and so on. And the update element will increment 1 month from the future element is incremented. So the April 2018 Java release will be JDK 10.0.1 and July 2018 release will be named JDK 10.0.2 and so on. And the third one is garbage collector interface. GC has a couple of advantages, such as, for example, making it easier to exclude a garbage collector from a JDK build and making it easier to add a new garbage collector without it affecting the code base. And this feature increases code isolation of different garbage collectors and introduce a clean interface for garbage collector. And the next one is parallel full for GC for G1. In Java 9, G1 was made the default GC, which was designed to avoid full collections, but when the concurrent collection could not reclaim memory quick enough, it would end up falling back on a full GC, and here is where the problem lies. And the aim of this feature is to parallelize the full GC algorithm. And the next one is heap allocation on alternative memory devices. And this feature enables the hotspot VM to allocate the Java object heap on an alternative memory device specified by the user. This new feature would, for example, make it possible in a multi-JVM environment to assign lower priority process to use the NVDIMM memory and instead only allocate the higher priority process to the DRAM. So the main feature enables the hotspot VM to allocate the Java object heap on alternative memory device. And the next one is consolidate the JDK forest into a single repository. Nothing much to say about this feature aside the fact that it's all about housekeeping. It will combine the numerous repository of the JDK forest into a single repository. And the next seventh is root certificates. This feature will provide default set of root certification authority, making OpenJDK builds more appealing to developers. It also aims to reduce the difference between the OpenJDK and Oracle JDK builds. Critical security components such as TLS will now work by default in OpenJDK builds. And the next eighth one is experimental Java based JIT compiler. This feature introduced the GARE compiler research project to the JDK, and a new Java based JIT compiler, which is the basis of an experimental ahead of time AOT compiler. GARE was already added back in Java 9, but now it is possible to enable with the following arguments: -xx:+ unlock experimental VM options -xx:+ usegvm CI compiler. However, keep in mind that it is an experimental stage and definitely not recommended for production level. And next one is number 9, thread local handshakes. This feature lays the groundwork for improved VM performance by making it possible to execute a callback on application threads without performing a global VM save point. This would mean that the JVM could stop individual threads and not just all of them. Some of the small low-level improvement that this will enable include: number 1, reducing the impact of acquiring a stack trace sample, example for profiling, and second is better stack trace, sampling by reducing reliance on signals, and third, improving bias locking by only stopping individual threads for revoking biases, and fourth is removing some memory barriers from the JVM, and the 10th is remove the native header generalization tool, native header generation tool. And following the effort of housekeeping, the JDK Java 10 will no longer have a separate tool to generate header files when compiling JNI code, as this can be done through Java C. This feature removes the Java H tool from the JDK. Okay, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel Game Java Knowledge on YouTube, and you can also follow my page on Facebook, that is Game Java Knowledge. Okay, thanks.